welcome to the Mama's Boys podcast, where we talk about anything ranging from anime to video games to whatever else the fuck they want to talk about. Starring your hosts, Tommy J and Raymond. Be warned, there may be spoilers for anime, manga, and video games you may or may not have already watched or played. If you want to continue to support us, please subscribe below, click the notification bell, and watch the episodes as they drop every Monday.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Mama's Boys podcast.
Hey, guys.
Starring your hosts, Tommy J and Raymond. Tommy, how have you been since the last time we recorded?
I should just get like an automated recording of me saying how I've been, because it's always the same every week. I always start it with, I've been pretty good, you know?
Yeah, I feel ya.
Okay, no, this week has been insane, man. I've been following the news very intently. Ukraine, our hearts go out to you guys. Hope you guys are doing well and hope you guys pull through this. Just letting you know, like, the Ukraine they're up against impossible odds, but they're fighting hard, and I've just been watching on the news, and it's been very thrilling,
Yeah, it's feeling like the battle of like David versus Goliath, And of course, never mind. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I was good. Okay.
I didn't know where I was gonna go.
But how's your week been, Raymond?
It's been pretty good, This week, besides the entire like Ukraine thing, because that put a little, a slight damper on the week, slightly. Yeah, no, it's been good. I've been really just working a lot, as well as like getting prepared for like Collecticon. I just went there today. Anime convention, trading cards, and just it's like they said it's the largest trading card and collector convention down here in Central Florida.
Right.
I went there today, kind of just looked around and stuff. I wasn't like planning on really like buying anything because my first like convention. I kind of just wanted to see like I'm in poverty, Tommy. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So now with it, what are you gonna say?
No, I'm sorry. You keep going.
Yeah, no, I wasn't planning on buying anything. I did get to meet a lot of like voice actors there. And I got Charles Martinet, who he voice acts for Mario in Super Mario and all the Mario games, and I got him to sign my notebook for $50. So
$50, man. Are you serious?
Yeah. No, I'm definitely serious, and I don't regret it, only because like I'm kind of like now seeing how like voice actors like make their money, so that's always good to know, because I told you that that's what I want to be doing, that's what I'm trying to like break into.
Right,
so,
right. Yeah, but you said that you're in poverty, so how did you get $50?
After I spent the $50.
Man, and for what? A signature?
Yes, sir.
Damn, dude, they are just opening your wallet right in front of you, and they're reaching in and grabbing your credit card.
Yeah.
And they're not breaking eye contact, and they're slowly swiping it, beep beep beep. Card checks out. They'll put it back in. They'll give it back to you, and they'll be like, "Thank you for your service."
Shoot, I've had somebody do that to me before. Shoot. But
what's up?
Nothing. But on a real note though, it was pretty amazing. As well as the dude that sang the original like Pokemon theme song, Jason Page, that guy was there. Tomorrow he's gonna actually perform it live. So it's gonna be crazy. Cool. It's a 2-day event. It's like a 2-day event. I think.
Oh wait, so it's that, or he hasn't performed yet? Then he's performed.
No, he didn't do it. Yeah, he didn't do it today. He's gonna do it tomorrow.
Huh, interesting. Okay, cool.
The one thing I really like about the conventions like that, like obviously this is my first one I've been to, but I've seen a bunch of them like online and TikTok and all that. But my favorite thing about conventions is the cosplay. Other than just meeting people and like, all the cool shit they have to buy there, is the cosplay. Because you can really tell like people put a lot of time and effort into those. As well as their souls.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just cosplay just seems like just groundbreaking, you know what I mean? Not groundbreaking, but I don't know. I think it's cool. I'm over exaggerating it. But anyway, that's what I kind of did this week. It was fun. Yeah. But that kind of goes on to like what I want to talk about today with all our viewers and listeners and shit is how animation, anime, whatever you say, TV has kind of like shaped pop culture to what we know of it today and how it's constantly changing. You know what I mean? Because of it.
Right. I don't know what you mean, but you're going to explain it to me now.
Yeah, I mean, of course. So what I mean is kind of like what I was just talking about, like with cosplay too. Sorry, someone that's knocked on the door. I think that was somebody else.
Oh, I thought it was like
Anyway.
Putin or something.
No, it's not Putin. It's not Putin. But like such as like what? You were gonna say something?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say such as like cosplay and stuff, like I was talking about earlier. Like anime definitely had a huge influence on people starting to do that. And of course, it's not like like super big outside of the world of like anime and animation. It's not like too influential like outside of that area. But the way I think it is influential is like within its community, because those people that do that, like they're in their element when they're like damn, I'm really grasping at straws here. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's good. It's all good. It's all good. Keep it going. Come on, keep it going.
I'm trying to think of shit to say. Oh my god. The paper has to be 5,000 words, and I'm trying to fucking fill it in.
Hey, don't worry. But I was gonna say that yeah, like crap. I had a good point for how animation has affected media in a lot of ways. Like I've been noticing as of recently, Western animation is starting to kind of come back, and it's also, you can see it in places like advertising, and you can also see it in places like music videos, and in the music industry it's there. That's what I've been noticing, and so I thought that was really interesting, because it seems like 2D Western animation really kind of dipped off in the early 2000s when we were moving to CGI movies, but because of things like TV shows like Disney and stuff, and Gravity Falls and all that other 2D, the ones that persisted, like Cartoon Network stuff and other stuff like that, they've been slowly coming back. Yeah.
I guess I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying.
But it's interesting because they're getting more popular. So, like I said, in the music industry, you can see more animation. Like Billie Eilish just had an animated music video about her.
Got an animated one?
Yeah, she had some animated music video. It was pretty basic, but it was animated. KSI just had an animated music video with him and Lil Wayne. Lil Dicky he had an animated music video with him and Snoop Dogg. I don't know, just people are getting more and more animated music videos and stuff, and I think it's really cool.
True. I also noticed a lot of animated shows coming out like recently that were like already had. I think they already had not all of them, but the Boiz. They're having an animated show come out on Amazon Prime Video, and already have a live action series.
Yeah, what do you think about that show? Does it look good to you? Because I haven't watched The Boiz yet, but I
haven't watched The Boiz yet?
I haven't yet.
Well, I think it looks good to me, but you got to go watch The Boiz.
I'll have to check it out then. But like I think movies on Amazon really is the one who's kind of bringing back a lot of 2D animation too. Like, and same thing with DC. DC, that's kind of where they shine out. They outshine Marvel. They do the animated TV series and movies and stuff, and they still do those. It's pretty impressive. But in Amazon, like they have movies like Invincible. Then what was that other one on Amazon? There's another animated series. I think it was like a superhero series animated. It was kind of like the same style as Invincible. You know what I'm saying?
When did it just come out?
Yeah, it's a recent one. I can't remember the name though.
The Vox Machina?
Maybe I think Vox. It's Vox Machina.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that one looks pretty cool. And then things like Valorant or is that the one? There's a Valorant TV show coming out as well.
There's a Valorant TV show? No, I didn't even know about that.
I read somewhere that there was. I don't know. I don't know how credible that really is. But let me look that up real quick. Valorant TV show. I think it did so good because of Arcane did so good. So they're looking into getting one for Valorant.
Arcane
looks
really was
good.
like it is. The animation's like beautiful, the voice acting is just phenomenal. But then you play the game and you're like, damn, this ain't the same.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
Yeah, so I was gonna say though, like things like Netflix, Amazon, and a bunch of these guys that are trying to make more money by making original products, they're really helping bring back the 2D animation industry, at least that,
Yeah, I wish they would do that with more stuff, like let's say shows that don't have like much, like shit. Sorry, my brain just shitted out. But like Knights of the Old Republic, I wish they would make more older Star Wars shows, whether it's 3D animation, 2D, live action. I just want to see some Old Republic shit going down. I want to see Doris, Malkus, and Raven on screen.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel you. But I think, and I don't know, like I said, it seems like the West and America and all of us, we were making a lot of really great 2D animated shows like in the 90s and stuff. But then after Toy Story and DreamWorks made some of their CG films, we slowly moved over to that. And even with CG films, we're kind of seeing like less and less quality from them too, which is kind of sad. I mean, DreamWorks, and Pixar and DreamWorks, a lot of their films nowadays that they're pushing out, and this is subjective, but I feel like a lot of their CG films look very lazy animated. The story is not very well thought out. It doesn't hit the same as like the peak of their CG animation. So like with Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon, and then I don't know, they just had a bunch of stuff around that time. But like I said, before that though, they had even more 2D animation, and it seems like because of how popular anime is from Japan, they're bringing it over, and the Western world is adopting that, and it's kind of not only is anime affecting the way our culture now to some extent, but we're starting to bring our own flavor to it.
I see what you're saying too. A lot of like for example, like fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you showed me that like nowadays as an adult, I would have completely thought it was an anime. You know what I mean?
It is kind of an anime.
I guess you could say that as well, but it's apparently counted as a cartoon. If it was an anime, you'd be able to find it. Funimation, Crunchyroll, something. But it's just a cartoon.
Strange. But yeah, that's a good example. Like Korra, Legend of Korra, Legend or The Last Airbender or whatever. Those are good examples of like Japanese culture, anime and stuff. Very them pushing over to the Western side and us getting very affected by it. Inspired by it.
Oh yeah. I had this dude that tell me I had two people at different points in my life tell me. One told me that they decided not to do suicide because fucking Uncle Iroh like inspired them not to. I was like, bro,
wow,
that's crazy. Like something can be that influential, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, and that's the thing about animation that I love is that animation is so you can get so much more artistic with animation than you can with live action. You can convey so much more almost with it, you know?
Because you can put filler and
Well,
people
no,
attach to the characters more.
that's true, but you can put just anything in animation. You can draw anything you can think of and put down on a piece of paper. You can probably put into animation.
Which is good and which is good and bad on both parts. Like bad in the way that it costs money. Costs probably a lot more money than, like, for example, when we talk about I say for example a fucking lot. I'm sorry. Demon Slayer's budget for season 2.
Right.
Like that was insane. If that was live action, it would not cost nearly as much.
Mm-hmm.
Because they wouldn't,
Right. They wouldn't need to animate every single piece of it. So they would just record it and then maybe rotoscope and add CG and some other effects to it afterwards.
Yeah.
Because animation is hard work and it takes time.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. And what you were saying before too about like how animate they can write and connect to the audience more through animation.
Right.
I was saying through filler, but it's not even that though. It's just that you can. I feel like you can like get more out of a character.
Well, yeah, because now
draw them on screen.
Right. They can convey so much more with animation too. Because I feel like it's easier to convey emotions and stuff, not just with the character, but with the environment and the character and the lighting and the mood and the shots. Because now you don't have to position a camera to find the shot or to uncover it. You just have to think of the shot and you can make it. As long as you can make it, you can portray it.
Yeah.
And so like there's there's a whole like in my photography class we talked about like compositions and different like shadows and different ways to convey different emotions through just a simple image, right? And with that, it takes a bit of fiddling around with until you can figure it out how to do it on a camera sometimes. But with a pencil, and if you're a good artist, you just have to think of it and give it some time, and then you can make it. Even if it's a scene or shot that is slightly, you can exaggerate it too. That's the thing. Animation allows you for a good exaggeration. Is because you're not bound by the physical limits of human anatomy or of the physical world around us. So
unless
let's say
Jim Carrey,
that is true. He's a glitch in the matrix. But as an artist, you're able to exaggerate specific moments. So like if you look at and you can use like techniques like forced perspective and stuff. So that's what they actually used in Attack on Titan's scene where Levi is swinging away, from Kenny. Yeah, a lot of those shots, if you stop them frame for frame, they look so wonky. They look really like they just don't look normal because it's a very like forced perspective, and then they're like switching through, and there's a whole actual video on YouTube that kind of goes into that. But it just works so well because it portrays the general idea of what's going on.
You got a good point. Even when I personally saw those, like, I was even thinking about that.
Mhm.
I just looked at it and I'm like, shoot, this is just beautiful. This is perfect. But yeah, animation definitely does bring a fresh new perspective on what can be done with a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it brings what I like to call a fuzzy image on things because when you do that, when you can hide abnormalities and small exaggerations, and you can make blurs and over the top motion blurs and everything. It just gives you the general gist of things, and that works really well,
It definitely does. I don't know. You like personally with me, I feel way more attached with characters in animated films than I do with characters like in live action ones.
It depends on the storytelling, but I find more often than not, I will get a little more attached to an animated character because, again, exaggerated storytelling, exaggerated facial features, exaggerated situations, and that's partly because of the type of animated shows I've watched, and also because of the way they're able to portray it. It's hard
Yeah.
to. I mean, you could attach to live action people and stuff, but you're limited in like in a weird way. It's like a fantasy almost, and you're limited in that fantasization of it because of what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Oh God, help me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, another good thing, or what should I say? Speaking of animation, though, like it's interesting looking how anime being pushed over to the Western world has given us new voice acting jobs too. Like it's given, like, voice acting is it's kind of a big deal, but it seems like voice acting back when they were making movies like Prince of Egypt and Treasure Planet was just kind of like get a normal actor in there and just be like, hey, listen, man, like some notable actor, like we like your voice, we want you to do some voice acting, and they would do that. And voice acting has always been around, but it seems like because anime is coming over, voice acting has had a more of a spike, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Dubbing really is a good skill to have with a voice actor, because it's a lot different than just normal like voice acting with characters from an original like series. You know what I mean? Reading a script, because now you have to obviously read the script. You have to match the emotions of the Japanese actor who's acting in the the sub, as well as sync to the video of your character talking.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Voice acting is definitely a skill though, but and you need to be a good actor. At least from what I know, you need to be a good actor to be able to portray a voice well. But it's cool because some people don't want to be an actor and have their face on screen. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't. They don't want to be like I don't know. They don't want to be the focus of attention like celebrities like Keanu Reeves or anything like that, or they don't want to be like in a weird like sex scene or something and do things that would make them feel uncomfortable or awkward. But they still want to act. And they want to have a form of portrayal that can get them out there. And I feel like voice acting allows for people to do that. It's another avenue for more actors.
Yeah, it definitely is, and that's why you see a lot of actors trying to get voiceover roles, such as like Chris Pratt. A little while back, Chris
Yeah,
Pratt
he
was
was
doing a
stealing
lot
the
of voice
jobs.
acting for a lot. And people are like shitting on him because what was it? They thought that the directors were just trying to do a money grab by just hiring him to voice act in their stuff.
Right.
Just because people will watch it, because oh shit, Chris Pratt's in it. Let me watch this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it could be that as well because that's business, but also he could have just auditioned and they how he portrayed Mario, whatever the character he was auditioning for was.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just like crap. What was it going to say? I was going to make a good point about Chris Pratt. I mean, I feel like people are just giving him more shit than they should. I mean, I do understand that like everyone's angry because he's getting the jobs, but I
But it's like
mean,
there's millions of jobs, so
yeah, I was
it's
gonna
not
say
like
there's so many jobs that like, is it really that big of a deal that this guy has like three main roles?
yeah, because
Isn't
like there's two types of jobs you can get. There's union jobs for like huge companies, Disney, um, Activision for video games, all those big companies, and you have to be in the SAG AFTRA, which is kind of like you can think of it like a club for like big time voice actors, or like the big more known. Some are less known, but they still do a lot of like big time roles in the bigger companies
yeah,
animation the video game. Then you have the
right,
non-union ones, and those are kind of like uh original projects and stuff, indie games, I guess you could say as well. And there's
right.
no like membership or anything. You can do that whenever, and you don't need an agent either. But then there are some people that um have like they don't have like official like membership to SAG after, but they have like it's kind of middle ground where you can do both union and indie and non-union projects. You know what I mean? So you don't get all
Mm-hmm.
the benefits of the SAG after, because the SAG, they give you like health benefits. I think there's like is there a 401k? I don't. Maybe not. But they have a lot of other fucking benefits that help benefit actors and help them get along with life and just creating voiceover into a full-time career. You know.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Then you said that was for animators.
That's actually for voice actors.
Oh, so there's many benefits they get, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
When they're part of a union. But if you're part of a union, then you can't actually work on any indie titles. You can't work on like non-union stuff.
Right. So are people just upset then because he's taking all like the union jobs, I guess?
Well, or they think he is, but really he's not taking all of them. But
right.
no, people are just upset because they think people are hiring him to get more money from viewers and people who want to play or watch a shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the main reason.
But yeah, I don't know. But I do agree. I do think the push of anime and stuff and animated films recently it's bleeding into all sorts of other forms of culture now. It's kind of cool.
No, it definitely really is. Like Shrek, dog. I thought these people have a Shrek wedding, dog.
Why
Shrek.
Why did they have a Shrek wedding?
I don't know. They probably really fucking like Shrek.
Well, I don't get that. What, do you just walk down the aisle? Look, what did she just wear a Fiona cosplay or something?
Oh yeah. She was all green and shit. Had little tubes out her ears and shit. And he was just a Shrek.
That's cringe. That's really cringy.
It 100% is. It really is. But that's just one, just a tiny bit, of the reason, I'm saying that. Shit, what was I saying? I'm gonna cry.
I get what you're saying. But yeah, no, I was gonna say, speaking of animated movies though, like, have you seen that new DreamWorks film called The Bad Guys?
No, I have not seen that. What's that about?
I don't know what it's about, but it's just a new DreamWorks film, and I don't know, like, the animation looks kind of... I mean, the animation doesn't look necessarily bad, but, like, I don't know, it looks like a pretty generic story. It kind of looks like they're taking inspiration with the whole 2D CG blend in some scenes, like they're trying to copy Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, okay.
And that's fine, but, like, I don't know. DreamWorks, in my opinion, is kind of losing their touch.
Yeah, I haven't seen a DreamWorks movie in a while, let me tell you.
Yeah, last big one that they had was Boss Baby.
Boss Baby was pretty good.
I didn't like it.
Why do you like Boss Baby? What?
I don't know. I don't know. It just kind of felt like an obnoxious film.
No, tell me why. Why'd you feel like that?
I haven't watched it in so long, bro. It's been years since I watched it. I don't know. 1 was the animation. 2 was just the premise of the story.
What's wrong with the story?
There's nothing necessarily wrong with the story. Like I said, it was like, okay, this baby runs a business. They got this big magical place. It's like, I don't know. The story was meh. And then I'm trying to remember I don't even remember what the conflict was. I just remember that. What was the conflict? Give me a second. I'm trying to think. No, I don't remember. I don't even remember the conflict.
I think the conflict was this dude was trying to make it so puppies are like man's best friend or some shit, so that way the babies get ignored.
Oh, is that what it was? What was it, like a dogs versus babies?
Yeah, basically.
See,
but the dogs weren't like sentient or anything. It was just this dude that they were trying to stop. It was kind of like Science Doofenshmirtz shit,
Right.
Like,
see, but they really channel those like goofy vibes, and I don't know. I guess I'm just not for that. Like, the movie felt real hyper, real obnoxious. No, I've like peak animated film as far as CG goes, in my opinion, when it comes to like DreamWorks, is Kung Fu Panda 2. If you've ever watched
That
that
was
one.
pretty good. Yeah,
That
everybody watched
one
that.
was
Yeah.
so good. That one was like the first one was good. Don't get me wrong, I really liked the first one because it set up the story. But two just hit so deep, you know. Like it expanded the world. It went into his backstory, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like it was
Yeah.
evenly paced. There was a lot of character development in there and coming to terms with who he is, and it was just a downright good film. And then the
Kung Fu
third
Panda.
was just kind of, I don't know. I didn't like the third one as much,
I like
but
the third one. I thought Kung Fu Panda. It was Kung Fu Panda is like just classic. It's always going to be, I feel like a staple in our society, as like, you know, an animated film. Like I don't feel like it'll be going away anytime soon. I really like personally with Kung Fu Panda, like the TV series they added after the movies.
Mhm.
What was it? Legends of Awesomeness. I watched it all the time when I was a kid.
I had never watched that one. I thought it looked dumb. Because the animation looked cheap.
Well, it's not movie animation.
Right, right. And so, well, and then part of the reason why I was watching that stuff is was for the movie animation.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I don't know. But then again, I'm pretty picky about the movies I like, so it's whatever. But it's funny because it's the same case with Kung Fu Panda as it is with How to Train Dragon. Because in How to Train Dragon, the first one was good, but I don't know, the second one always just went deeper with the story, you know.
Was there a third one?
Yeah, they had a third How to Train Dragon. It was the one with the white Night Fury thing.
Oh, I didn't even see that one, dog. I thought Toothless just got. I thought he just went Michael Jackson or some shit.
What?
I thought Michael Jackson like possessed the dragon, Toothless,
Oh, right.
and turned him like, you know. What?
Damn.
But the second one, did I even see the second one? The second one, what was that one about?
He that's where his dad died and he met his mom for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like that one. But I like that one more because the beginning of it was strong. The ending of it was a little meh. That one was good because it started really expanding the world. Because the premise of the beginning, and it was in the line that Hiccup said, and it was like, now on the backs of dragons, our world just got a whole lot bigger. And like I was excited for that, and the concept art for it was so cool too. But I feel like it kind of fell short because it became more of a drama focused on the fight between him, his mom, between his mom, his dad, and the villain. I was like, I really would have liked if there was more of exploration in it, like there was in the scene where it showed um, Hiccup making the map of the world, you know,
Yeah.
because the exploration aspect of it, in my opinion, was really cool.
I do agree with that. How to Train Your Dragon was pretty cool. I'm gonna have to catch up on the other movies though, but
Mhm.
I feel like there should be. I personally like movies. Like How to Train Your Dragon, more like I guess like the Viking Age movies and shit like that. Like Vinland Saga, the new anime on Prime, Amazon
Right.
Prime. That's basically the same thing. It's not like, you know, same thing with like How to Train Your Dragon, but it's about Vikings and their internal struggles. It's not any crazy ass super villains or, you know, aliens, monsters. It's just, you know, Vikings
Right.
overthrowing the king and, you know, living their own fucking life. You know, doing what Vikings do, pillaging shit.
Interesting. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I really started getting big into Vikings because of the video game God of War.
Or
Yeah, the new one is it goes into like Norse mythology and the Nordic people and whatnot.
really,
Yeah, just a little bit. Not really the Nordic people as much as just the Norse mythology, and it's in the setting, you know.
is Thor? I heard Thor was in it.
Yeah, at the very end, so that's a spoiler. But
Oh shoot! Why do you say it then? You could have just said no.
well, I'm not gonna say no. That's misinformation.
We should have said spoiler alert.
Well, no, it's too late now.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Anyway, shoot. But no. God of War sounded really good. I did watch a little playthrough of it, not completely, but like.
It's a
some
very
cutscenes.
long game. It's a very long game, but the cutscenes are great. Sometimes it's
So-
hard to watch someone play through it.
But you've watched it though. You've played
Yeah,
through or watched it. You
yeah.
like
Through
God
all
of
of
War?
COVID, I've watched
Like,
Jacksepticeye's like 40-hour playthrough of it, like I think 6 times now.
okay, okay. Well, for me, I'm kind of new to God of War. I've been looking at it a wee bit, but not too much. Just some cutscenes and stuff.
Okay.
So Kratos, um, he's a god of he's the son of Zeus, right?
Yeah, yeah. He's a Greek god. He
Okay,
immigrated
okay.
to Norway very much.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Guess that makes sense.
Mhm.
Shoot. So I don't really know much background about like Kratos. Or you like
Well,
do
what's
you,
beautiful about this new game is that it's made for both old timers and new timers, so you don't have to know anything about it to enjoy this game. Like, because a lot of what you'll learn will be through it'll be through like what you're told and if anything, then what's interesting about that game is then for people who know about the old games, it's almost like you're playing the game from Kratos' perspective. But for newcomers who only know this new game and they're just hearing about the story through the game, it feels like you're playing from his son's perspective, kind of. You're more
oh,
new to this world, and you're trying to you don't know what's up with Kratos or anything. And
and with his son too, like I wasn't really expecting that. From my experience with Kratos, he seemed like a dude. He had no kids before,
no, he
and
had
he
he had
just
a
seemed like
daughter at
a
one point, but
badass, right?
that was before he became a badass. He had a daughter, and then he killed his wife and daughter accidentally because he was tricked by a god, and then he went on his whole rampage and killed all the Greek gods.
Oh, okay. Backstory complete. Okay,
Yep.
that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So in
And
this one
so
though, he has a beard. He looks old, wise. He doesn't look as fucking like reckless and shit as he does in the
yeah,
previous
well,
one.
it's insane because if you've played the old games, like he is put through shit and he tries to take his life like 10 times or something, some ridiculous amount of times, but he always somehow manages to fail, or even when he does succeed, he literally just comes back from the underworld and brings himself back to life for some reason or not, like to save the world or something stupid, I guess. Um, and so he was put through a lot of crazy shit, and I feel like he reacted obviously in a very exaggerated manner, but it kind of realistically, like he either was trying to kill himself or he was just fueled on revenge and rage. um, and so by the end of the Greek saga, he tries to kill himself once more, but in doing so, he did it for a reason, and that was to give the power of hope back to humanity, pretty much the power of the gods, so that humanity may control their own fate.
Yeah.
But then there was a little teaser at the end that he didn't actually die, because it showed a trail of blood from where he lay dead, because everyone was sad because they thought Kratos died, and then showed the blood go off of a cliff, and so everyone for years, for like 15 years, everyone was like, what happened to Kratos, you know?
Shoot.
And here we are now. Now we get to see where he went, and we get to see what he's up to.
But so is he in hiding now, or like he
Oh
looks
no,
like
he's
he's
not in
done with
hiding.
the world?
Yeah, no, he's not in hiding. He was just traveling the world because he wanted to, like, I don't know, he just wanted to disappear, you know? He didn't want, he left Greece because he didn't want to be there. Why would you want to be, he ruins that entire world over there by destroying the gods, so why would he want us to remain around there, you know? And he was just kind of trying to leave his whole legacy behind, to that whole, like, fucking, what do they call him? The I don't know. He was the god of war. He didn't want to be known as that. He didn't want anyone to know him. He just wanted to start a new life alone and in solitary for the rest of his immortal days. So he just walked straight north, and that's all. And according to the creator, that's just all he did. He just went north, and eventually he found himself in a whole new realm almost, and that was Norway. Then he chopped down trees, made himself a little log cabin, and he chilled in the forest for hundreds of years. And then he met someone, and then everything past that, I'm not going to spoil because you gotta watch you gotta play the game, you know.
Yeah. Damn. So I'm sure his son's kind of like shocked at what he was told. Like,
His son actually doesn't know anything about him. And so throughout the game, his son gets to learn more and more about, because Kratos slowly starts opening up to his son, because it's weird
what?
because now he actually has someone like that he emotionally cares about, you know. And in all the other games, whenever he got close to anyone, they always died. So he was just always alone and angry and rageful. and you can see he's very like standoffish to his son. He doesn't talk to his son, and when he does, he talks very little about just whatever. But his son is very curious,
forced
and
to like be with him because that's his son.
right. At first, it's almost like he doesn't want to be. He just has to take care of this guy because he loved his mother, right?
Yeah.
But as the story goes on, you see the two kind of bond more and more, and Kratos slowly starts to open up to his son more and more, and his son doesn't even know like that he's a god or anything until like halfway through the game.
But doesn't he know that he's a god? Doesn't he have like powers and shit?
No, he doesn't have powers. But that's explained away in some other conflict. But you have to play. But no, the whole story is just like it's a very elaborate bonding sequence between father and son, a broken man and an innocent child. You know,
Sounds like the story of Shipton and Endeavor.
it's kind of like that, but he's not a terrible father. Like he's just incredibly strict because he doesn't talk much. He's very quiet, very strict, and he's very paranoid and almost violent about some things because, you know, of what he's been through. And his son is very naive, very innocent, very curious. And so I don't know. It's just interesting seeing the two work together.
I guess it is. I mean, shoot. I'm gonna have to watch it. Watch it. And if you guys are listening, you know, haven't played God of War, then it sounds like you might have to, because it sounds like. Wait a minute. What's it on? The console?
It's on PlayStation.
So okay, you can't even play it unless
you can get on computer now. They just released it on computer.
Oh really? PC? Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if it would run on any PC you have unless you are saving up for that game in PC.
Yeah. I was about to think about buying it for Xbox, but that sounds like it's a PlayStation exclusive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But now it's on PC on Steam, so more the reason to get Steam, right?
Hey, you're right. Shoot. But anyway, we're actually, for the sake of time, I just wanted to ask you this last question.
All right.
And for all you guys that are listening, obviously we sound down bad. Yeah, we had an episode recorded for this week, but it shit happened with it, so we're doing this backup one.
Yeah. There were technical errors and whatnot, and so I'm not sure. I still have to play around with it and edit it some and see if I can actually redeem the episode, but I might not be able to stitch it together. So we have this one.
Yeah, hopefully it's good enough. Anyway, I wanted to ask you this one question then left. So, what do you think is the most influential thing in pop culture, animation, whatever, to you, in your opinion?
Damn, I don't know, man. I'd have to say, well, my personal favorite animated movie is Prince of Egypt. I feel like that one is really.
Prince of Egypt?
Yeah, Prince of Egypt. It's a religious story or whatever, but I love it because of the way the story was paced and because of how not only how the urgency was very heavy in it, and the soundtrack was amazing and the visuals were beautiful. I really don't know. I really like that. I feel like that is one of the golden standards for like movies, you know. The Road to El Dorado is a really good one as well. That one is one of my favorite as well. Just because
Same studio, right?
Same studio, DreamWorks. I don't know, man, or maybe not. I don't know if Road to El Dorado.
The animation is literally identical.
I guess so. But my point is that like Road to El Dorado is a really good one, really funny, good story. Just I really wish that they could have made a sequel or something that would, but I kind of don't. Be at the same time because it would have possibly ruined the story. But the first one's good.
What do you think that happens, by the way, when they make sequels and it's just turns shitty?
They make sequels because they see how good the first one did, and that's incentive. They're like, damn, we want to make more money. So then they milk the franchise and they make a sequel. And if their sequels can be good if a sequel is planned, in my opinion, but more often than not, a sequel is not planned. So they have to take these stories that are already quote unquote finished, and they have to hash together a sequel with it and make up something and it's almost like an afterthought, right?
Oh, okay. So the original movie would have had to at least have something to set the second one up.
Yeah, so if you want to have anything of the potential of a sequel, I say then plan it before you make the first movie, you know, and see how, but still do that with the idea that the first movie is its own story in mind. That way, even if it doesn't work, the first movie can stand as its own story.
All right, all right. I guess that makes sense, definitely.
Yeah.
I would say mine is. I actually say mine is the Avatar: The Last Airbender, like all that entire universe.
Oh yeah, that one's a really good one. That one shaped childhoods. I remember I was like 5. I was 5 to 7. I watched the entire Avatar: Last Airbender on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
I mean, honestly, to me, like the lessons that you learn from that, like me personally, I took that with me my entire life, and it was ingrained in my core memory, everything about that entirety of the show. But I couldn't remember what I ate the night before.
No, I think the only thing I really remember from it was how cool the final battle was when he was doing like the red and blue thing, and then I remember I don't remember who's the guy. He's like, it's a giant mushroom.
Oh, Osaka?
Yeah, that scene made me laugh like hell.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, I just wanted to ask you that. Anyway, for you guys that are listening, if you guys want to keep supporting us, please, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and hit that notification bell and give us a like to get us out there a little bit more. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anything, please hit that notification bell as well and give us a follow. And we'll see you next time. If you have any animation videos or even like anime that you'd like us to watch and review for your own manga, then please email it to us down below, and we'll be happy to fucking review it as well as give you a shout out. Anyway, you have a great time, and we'll see you next week.